Are we still expecting Tinubu to come back? If Tinubu come back, the thing will be worse because if he come back, second tenure is not going for third tenure. So he may not even care. Now that his performance should even spur people into action, voting for him 2027, he's not even performing. Is it when he comes to second tenure? 2 days ago, almost 66 people were slaughtered again in Borno State. There is still continuous killing in Katsina State. There is still continuous killing in Benue State, in Plateau State, even in Kogi State. They are still killing on a daily basis. People are not sleeping with their 2 eyes closed. There are still killings and kidnapping in Zamfara and every other thing. So everybody knows that today Nigeria is an unsafe territory. And when you talk about the welfare of the people, and I think the 2 basic things that the government should do is to protect the life and property and general welfare of the people. What are we talking about now? Is there electricity you are seeing that is available? Is it water? We have the Ministry of Water Resources. Where is the water? Every other person has to sink his own borehole. You sink a borehole, there's no electricity, and the fuel is so exorbitant. You can't run generator. So that you see people taking bucket, going to almost 1 kilometer away to go and fetch water. So is it education that we say is okay? Is it health sector that is okay? Look at it, less than a week now. A medical doctor collapsed after 72 hours of continuous working. He died. So what are we talking? Why will you allow somebody that's supposed to do shift of about 8 hours to do 72 hours? So which aspect of life? What is affordable now today in Nigeria? Life is becoming unaffordable on its own. So to me, there's nothing like welfare. There's nothing like security presently. Who can we trust? Sometimes ago when Buhari was coming, we were shouting Uzziah. Buhari came in triumphantly. What did he do? He brought Nigeria backward for over 20 years. Tinubu was coming there, a Milokan slogan, and people queue up to vote, though it's a vote. Just 8 million votes in the country of 230 million, and somebody was running as Mr. President. How far has he gone? Without consulting with any cabinet, without consulting with any advisor, he manned the podium. The day of his swearing and the day of duty is gone. And since that day, peace is gone. Since that day, quality feeding is gone. Since that day, quality clothing is gone. Since that day, Nigerians that are managing fuel to run generator, to provide light and illumination for the environment, they can't afford it again. So darkness took over. So to me, Tinubu has not done well at all. A lot of people say renew hope. I don't call it renew hope. I call it renew hopelessness. That is exactly what we have.
In case you might have all forgotten or you don't know what this man is talking about, let me remind you all. Bola Ahmed Tinubu took the oath as Nigerian's president on May 29, 2023. On that day, he promised to fix Nigeria, that is a broken country. He talked big about ending corruption, boosting the economy, and making life better for everyday Nigerians. But 2 years in, as of September 2025, the picture looks nothing like that. The prices of food, fuel, and basic commodities have gone over the roof. Bandits and kidnappers are now roaming freely. When Tinubu was announced as the president, Nigeria was already high on debt and was experiencing low growth. But his move made everything worse. While he was still on the podium, he chopped off the fuel subsidy on the day of his inauguration. Petrol prices jumped from about 185 naira per litre to over 600 naira on that same day. It subsequently hit 1,400 naira. Fuel is being sold for 900 naira per litre today. According to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the purpose for the removal of the fuel subsidy was to save money for roads, schools, and other infrastructures. But where has the cash gone? Instead, what we got is skyrocketing transport costs, empty markets, families skipping meals, inflation, poverty, insecurity, and hardship. Inflation has now become the order of the day, peaks at 34.2%. The government is now using propaganda to announce that inflation is now down to 20.12%. But is it reflecting in the life of ordinary Nigerians? That is the most important question on the lips of everybody. Food prices are still up, and the naira has lost over 70% of its value. A bag of rice that cost 30,000 naira in 2023 now costs 80,000 naira. Supermarket shelves are now empty because regular people can't afford basic things anymore. The middle class, they've been completely wiped out. Tinubu floated the naira too, letting the market forces decide its value. Sounds smart on paper, but without safety net, it crushed imports. Medicine, school fees, everything imported got higher. Tinubu and his handlers are bragging about the foreign reserve hitting $42 billion from $32 billion when he took over. But that's smoke, because everyday Nigerians are not seeing the benefit of the foreign reserve increasing. Borrowing is on the rise. Debt servicing now eats 90% of our federal revenue. With all of this happening, what this analyst is saying is that if Tinubu wins in 2027, the Nigerians should expect more of this pain, because when he wins the election, there will be no election pressure beyond 2027. He will push it harder on taxes. If he can be taxing Nigerians while he's expecting to win re-election in 2027, imagine the more taxes that he will give to Nigerians if he finally succeeds in winning the 2027 presidential election. A second term for Bola Ahmed Tinubu means deeper poverty, more strikes like the recent doctors' walkout in Abuja, and a generation too broke to dream. Of course, we know that Nigeria's security was bad before Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but under him, it has become a full-blown crisis. Kidnapping is the order of the day and is being reported in schools and highways on a weekly basis. In the north, bandits control villages, taxing farmers and killing at will. The Middle Belt sees farmer-header clashes that left thousands dead in 2024 alone. Insecurity has spiraled to every part of this country. Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised to end this nightmare. He boasted to have appointed a strong military defense ministers and boosted military budget, but the result, absolute zilch. The National Assembly, the judiciary, they've all become an appendix to the executive arm of government. All Bola Ahmed Tinubu is concentrating on is power consolidation. All he is concentrating on is politics rather than actual governance. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has neglected the people. He has neglected the people that he swore an oath to protect. That was the reason why last year, August, they went to the streets to protest end bad government. What did he do? He threw caution to the wind and arrested innocent citizens, minors, and they were all incarcerated because they dared to protest against a government that has impoverished them. Our election has now become a sham. It's all fraud. The off-season election has been done so far after the 2023 general election has been nothing but ridicule of our electoral process, of our democracy. What we are experiencing so far is electoral selection rather than electoral voting. Vote buying has now become the order of the day. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing all of this with so much impunity and rascality. He's doing all of this without regard to the people that will vote for him. The reason is because he believed that he was not elected by the people in 2023. He believed that the people vehemently rejected him in 2023. He knew how he became the president, and he believed that he doesn't need the people to become the president in 2027. This is the reason why Nigerians must be watchful. For someone that is looking for a re-election but does not care about the people, if he finally gets that re-election in 2027, what Nigerians are experiencing now is going to be worse than what they will experience when he finally settles in 2027. Nigerians should understand that Tinubu is being a little bit humane in his approach in governance now because he is seeking to become the president beyond 2027. But when he finally succeeds in becoming the president beyond 2027, he will throw away his humanity and humaneness out of the window. I know we may all want to say that, oh, we did not vote for him in 2027, but he's the president. How did he become the president when Nigerians did not vote for him? This is what Nigerians must be careful about and ensure that the mistake that happened in 2023 will not occur again in 2027. We must all be united. The 2027 general election is an election to rescue the soul of this country. Nigeria is facing an existential threat and everybody must be united. The opposition must not split again. And anyone that wants to split the opposition, that person must be rejected by millions of Nigerians. That is the reason why the people that are supporting Atiku Abubakar for 2027 should understand that they don't mean well for Nigeria. This man has been the reason why we are where we are today. From 2015 to 2023, he has been disrupting Nigeria electoral process because of his selfish, personal, political ambition. We must not allow Atiku Abubakar or any other politician's selfish political ambition to disrupt our plan to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office in 2027. We must ensure that we do this for Nigeria and our unborn generation. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.